Hi Capricorn, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here. This is the secondary portion of your May 2017 Astrology and Tarot forecast. I am shuffling the cards for you right now. I'll also be pulling an oracle card for you from the Divine Circus Oracle by Elena Fairchild. Also want to remind you that the full moon will be at 20 degrees of Scorpio on the 9th or 10th of the month, playing out in the part of the sky that deals with your friends and your groups, the people that you associate with, that you team up with, possibly even like internet connections, or maybe your future wishes, goals, and dreams. Alright, I'm going to cut the deck for you now. Alright, the bottom card represents the underlying theme or overarching energy for my spreads. The top three are for clarity. If you want a time frame, we'll do past, present, future. Now I'm going to shuffle for you the Divine Circus Oracle deck. Alright, I'm going to cut the Oracle deck for you, Capricorn. And here is your Oracle card for the month of May. Now what I'm going to do is hit the pause button, flip these cards over, do the tarot math, and I will be right back with your story. Hang tight, y'all. I'll be right back. Hey y'all, I'm back with your cards, so let's get started. The underlying theme or overarching energy for this spread is the Seven of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Cups is representative of water signs. That can be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. Could possibly be pointing to that Scorpio full moon in your 11th house. The number 7 deals with the issues and themes around faith. It may be dealing with a lack of faith or an absence of faith, maybe a crisis of faith for some of you. This card also deals with illusion and fantasy, imagination. I also see it as too many options and counting your chickens before your eggs hatch, or like expecting things to come your way that aren't. It's like someone has promised you something, but they don't know if they're going to be able to fulfill it or not, but you're banking on it, even though it's not fully promised. It's kind of like whatever was coming to you didn't fully manifest. It can kind of feel like a shock. It may make you feel like you have had the rug pulled from underneath of you, world turned upside down. The silver cloud in the background makes me also want to remind you that there is silver lining in the situation for you to learn from in this endeavor, in this theme, in this situation. The 7 also speaks to the 7th house on the astrological wheel. That's ruled by Libra. That is the house of your partnerships and relationships and how you identify who you are as an individual through those relationships and interactions with those people in your world. It also deals with counseling and your open enemies, the people you have an open beef with. It's someone that you know that doesn't like you and you don't like them. The first card in the top 3 for clarity that I pulled for you is the Knight of Cups in reverse. And this guy is also representative of a water sign. The water signs, once again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, have a lot of water energy going on in this reading, y'all. This Knight is associated with movement or motion. The fact that it's the Cups could be dealing with emotional validation, emotional satisfaction, possibly charming situations or romantic situations. Could be the fact that it's in the reverse. You're feeling like there's a stagnation in your love life in one way or another. You're really reflecting on your love life or reflecting on that house of the love life, which is the 5th house. That's not just love life. That's, if you're an artist, that's where you create your stuff. This guy's also reflecting on the past, which is really a good thing to do, especially since we've undergone the Venus retrograde and the Mercury in retrograde right now. It could be that you're reflecting to see if you are feeling emotionally validated or feeling emotionally satisfied and trying to make a decision on whether you should move or not, like make a move on that situation or not. Second card that I pulled for you represents the possible present energy. This is the Queen of Cups, and she represents a feminine water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is the 3rd Cups card that you've received. Maybe dealing with possibly crying over spilled milk in certain situations, or just a lot of emotions. Could feel like you're drained, or that nothing satisfies you. This Queen deals with influence and being influential, having persuasive abilities in some way, also sometimes psychic abilities. She's known as being calm and compassionate and intuitive, being emotionally intelligent, but she's in the reverse, so I see her as being moody and possibly escapist, not seeing the situation properly, or just being in her feels, overly emotional. And a lot of these, with all of these cups, I'm feeling like some of you may be wanting to go out and drink or just escape. And I don't know if that would be the smartest thing for you to do. But if you do that, do it maturely, do it responsibly. Call a taxi, utilize Uber or Lyft, whatever it is in your area. Make a phone call, or just stay at home. But that 5th house is the house of going out and having fun. And the final card that I pulled for you, which can represent the future, is the World card. The World card is a major arcana card. It is the 21st card of the major arcana. 2 + 1 is 3, and that speaks to the 3rd house on the astrological wheel. That house is ruled by the zodiac sign of Gemini. It governs and deals with, that 3rd house is the house of communication, your neighborhood or your neighbors, your siblings and your cousins, your communication devices, how you communicate, your communication skills, and your commute to and from work in the vehicle that you use, your daily commute. The World card also represents the planet Saturn. Saturn is the planet of limitation, structure, containment, restriction. Saturn is also associated with authority figures and sometimes the father. Saturn is also known as the Lord of Time, so it may be a time issue. You've got Saturn retrograde in the 12th house right now. The 12th house is the house of limitation, repression, karma, self-undoing, self-undoing, And secret enemies, it's the house of dreams. It's the house of your subconscious mind and the repressed state. It is also those secret enemies. The fact that it's in the reverse has me concerned because the World card normally represents liberation and peace. And with it in the reverse, it could feel like you are not feeling very peaceful at all. Every one of your cards is in the reverse, so it could be that you are dealing with or reflecting on a situation that has pulled the rug from underneath you. And that may not be for all of you Capricorns. This is a general reading. What's interesting is this tarot card reading does not reflect what the oracle card brought forth. So we'll go from there. But this World card also makes me think of the World Wide Web. And when I think of the world, the reason I think of it is because of the interconnectedness of this greenery right here. And getting ideas from 4 different corners of the globe, if you will. And the World Wide Web, the internet, is an 11th house matter. And what's interesting is you've got the full moon in the 11th house. That full moon is at 20 degrees of Scorpio in the 11th house. And it could be that you are dealing with like a crisis of conscience or a conflict of conscience between that 11th house and your first house, who you are as an individual. And it's dealing with your friends and your groups and the memberships and associations that you belong to. But it also speaks to your future wishes, goals, and dreams. It may be that you're reflecting on your future dreams, your future wishes, and your future goals, and you're being forced to reflect on them and restructure them and understand that they've got to be, rectified. Could also be dealing with 4th house matters, and that is dealing with your home and your family and your roots and your foundations. And it's interesting, the roots and foundations is also a Saturnian type of thing. Think of the foundation of your home, think of the structural foundation of your home, think of the plumbing and the electrical wiring as well. All of that's kind of the structure of the home. Your internal structures as well would be your philosophies, your spiritual or religious practices, your tightly held beliefs and political ideals. So yeah, you may be dealing with some serious reflection on a lot of different things in your world, Capricorn. And I don't suspect that this reading will be resonant for all of the Capricorns out there, but I do know that there's been a significant portion of the Caps out there that have undergone some significant loss because of the transit of Pluto through your first house. There's been some serious change as to who you are as an individual on a fundamental level since Pluto moved in that first house. You've been dealing with secrecy. You've been dealing with dark stuff, dark matters. Pardon me, y'all. There's a thunderstorm rolling through right now, so the lights are flickering and stuff as well. You may be looking at, reflecting on, or dealing with the issues of the structure of the home and of the family, and that can be taken any way that it resonates for you. I think that would be most applicable for the majority of my Caps out there. Now, I ended up doing the tarot math ended up being 28. 2 plus 8 is 10, and you've got Jupiter retrograde in the 10th house. Jupiter is the planet of increase, expansion, excess, achievement, I like to think of Jupiter as like a helium balloon. Wherever it goes, it makes it bigger. That 10th house is the house that Capricorn traditionally rules, so that's awesome. That's the house that I like to think of through the lens of what a William Shakespeare quote. He said, all the world is a stage, and I like to think of the 10th house as the stage that you approach the world on, and it's how the world knows you through your career, your status, and your reputation. And those things can be changed. Your career, your status and your reputation is very much linked to familial ties, and those things can change sometimes through divorce, through, God forbid, death, through marriage, through birth, all different. There's many different ways that your family can change, and that's what I'm talking about. The 10th house is also the house of dealing with authorities, authority figures, authorities in your world, authorities in your life, the people that you have to answer to. But it's also authorities in their expertise or in their field of expertise, like a doctor or a lawyer or a surgeon, a professor, or something like that. So, maybe that helps clear up what's going on for some of you Capricorns out there. I do know of one particular Capricorn where this is very resonant for her. And if you're watching, Stephanie, I love you. The very end of May is the 1-year anniversary of her mom's passing. I've talked about it a lot throughout the year. It was a very traumatic experience for me. I really understood that I had some serious gifts that I didn't realize that I had. And if you want to know more about that stuff, I'll put it in the information bubble above. But yeah. I pulled for you from the Divine Circus Oracle deck from Elena Fairchild, the 34th card of the deck. It is Confetti. And like I said, the Oracle card didn't necessarily match up in the energy for this reading unless it's a reflection of values or something like that, and deciding to celebrate someone that should have been celebrated a while ago. But this card actually deals with celebration. The Confetti card, it suggests that you use or focus your time and energy in the area, the light, the vein, the spirit of playfulness. Because whether or not you believe it or see it right now, there is a cause for celebration, and it is imminent. This Confetti Oracle gives you the notice, and it puts you on notice. A party, and one that you are definitely meant to attend, is headed your way. This invitation is beckoning you. I understand that if you're there to celebrate another individual, another person, whatever it is, celebrate them and be happy for them. Don't hate. There is plenty of room for everyone to shine. Genuinely be happy for this individual and genuinely celebrate whatever the reason is that you've been requested to come celebrate in the first place. Because that's what an invitation to a party is, a request for you to come celebrate, not for you to come mope. And I'm not hating y'all. Think of it like this. Individual X, Jane Doe, John Doe, however you want to phrase it, is having their moment to shine right now. And mine will be here soon. But remember to do the work. One of my favorite sayings that I used to tell my boys from the movie The Great Debaters is, we do what must be done so that we can do what we want to do. So put in the work and throw confetti all along the way, Capricorn. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading, y'all. That's what I see for you for May 2017. I'll be around with some more videos soon, but I have to finish this series first. I do hope that you're well. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. Sending y'all so much love. I do hope that you're well. Please take care of yourselves. Please be kind to yourselves and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through private battles in our world that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. I'll see y'all soon. But until then, take care. Namaste. Bye. And I love y'all.